So hi guys, and welcome back to the channel for another video. And today I'm heading up to my woods to hopefully capture some early signs of breeding buzzards and maybe roe deer and some other animals and birds moving around. I've also got sparrowhawk in there, a little bit more elusive, but I'm going to park myself in a man-made hide, hopefully get in some cover, get the lens set up, and then hopefully just wait for some action for the buzzards to come in. Now I've already noticed since I've been back, sorry about my out of breath here, since I've been back that they've been titivating the nest, putting a bit of greenery in there. So really good sign. Hopefully we might get them coming in close to the nest, maybe get some shots of the adult birds, all being well, but it could be nothing. Going to go up there this afternoon for 3-4 hours, maybe more, and see what we got. There's my old little hide. But it's nice to be back and head up to the woods, just to enjoy really. Wren's calling, lots of bird species up there as well, thrushes, chiffchaffs, all sorts of manner of birds. So let's get up there, get set up and see what happens. So I missed this, guys, just been able to nip up to my woods, do some photography, take it for granted really, but while I'm here at least I can make the best of it. I went up the wood this morning just to check the trail cams, move them around a bit, just tried to repair my pond this week, but I'm having a devil of a job. Keeps leaking. I put a big liner in, it's still leaking. I'm hoping it'll sort itself out, but if not, I'll have to wait until I get home. But there's been a few roe deer in on the ponds, which is good. And those 2 roe deer this morning made me, and they went right across the field, so I doubt they'll be in the wood now. But I've got to go in fairly quiet. So the buzzards, at the moment, this is like early courtship, doing a lot of displaying, sort of diving, interloping in the air, lots of mewing, loads of stuff like that going on. Really nice to see. But they're not on and around the nest all the time, but they do keep an eye on the nest. So I've got to meet, in fact, there's buzzard there now. You probably can't see it. Just going over the top of the trees. There it is. So the thing is, I've got to make sure when I get in there that the buzzards aren't watching me going in the hide. If they do, they won't come into the nest. So that one there at the moment is flying away from me, hoping the other one is somewhere away from the nest so I can get in there, get set up, and maybe we'll be lucky to get a few views. They do spend a bit of time around the nest, because I did see the other day when I was coming up through my other gate, one was sitting nearby, so just keeping an eye, and they've dropped a bit of greenery in there, as I said, just to titivate the nest, sort of just to let them know that this is theirs. So maybe we'll get to see that this afternoon, if not maybe the sparrowhawk or something else. Right, at my gate now. Let's get in there, go quiet now. Don't know if you can hear that, guys. That's a little goldcrest. Beautiful little bird. So we get firecrest in here as well as goldcrest. Got wren singing there, goldcrest. Crows in the distance. I've got to keep my eyes open now for a perching buzzard. I know one's airborne, so that's good. getting quite close to the nest now, so I'm going to be quiet for a bit. So currently the buzzard's not on the nest or nearby, so I'm going to creep down to the hide now, get in. I'll quickly show you around the hide. It's a man-made hide, natural materials with a bit of scrim covering the front. Right, just creep on down. So guys, here's the hide. There's a little bit of netting there. Underneath. We've got a peephole at the front. Let's get over. Here we've got the front of the hide with a little peek hole there. Nice, 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 nice. Really, really, really good little hide there. Perfect to keep yourself covered and out of the way. So guys, this is the view from the hide. You can look through there. You can see the nest in the distance there. So obviously the light's not great in here, so you have to bear with me on the video. But here, the buzzard's not here, so that's great. Chances of it coming in, probably quite slim, but if it does, I'll be made up. Got a fairly clear view. When I get back, I'm hoping just to make it clearer from here, put a man-made hide in. Canning it up and have a camera in there as well. And I'll be offering workshops here for 1, maybe 2 people, and that will be through the breeding season, so when they've got young, so the birds will be coming in with prey items to a perch that they use and taking them to the nest to feed the young. Now this is not baited at all, this is not roadkill, this is nothing, this is their own food that they found, so no supplementary feeding whatsoever. So the chances of seeing you know, a bird naturally with prey on the post as it comes in is quite likely, but it's never guaranteed with wildlife photography. But for me, doing it this way is natural and the way I want to do it. It won't be as popular, but at least it's all natural, it's on the bird's terms, and you're not feeding them. So yeah, anyway, let's get set up. So guys, all set up, ready to go now. I'm just running a bit of video now just to show you the view I've got from here to the nest. So focal length on that is 560mm, so I'm using the Canon EF 200-400 with a built-in 1.4 telly, which is giving me that 560 reach on the full frame. Light's not too bad. I'm shooting 1 stop over, ISO 500, and I'm doing a bit of 4K 60 video. As you can hear, bird song all around. Absolutely lovely. Got blue tits out to my left ear. Great spotted woodpecker. Great tit as well there. There's a lot going on in here, but I haven't really got a view to the rest of the forest. I've just got a view to the nest and just a little bit to the left and right. Got a wren there. Anyway, let's go quiet. Back to it. Nice great spotted woodpecker there. I've just managed to film the great spotted on an old birch, which is lovely, just with the light coming in from the side. Really is alive with bird song in here at the moment. And Merlin helicopters in the background. But one thing's really good, guys, when you get into a hide and you get set up, is make sure you've got everything else ready to go. You've got your coffee, water, sandwiches, crisps, drink, whatever. Just get it set up in one place, and then you don't have to go rummaging around in your bag. Same with your batteries, all that sort of stuff. Stuff you need at hand. Get it all ready, laid out, when you're good to go when the action starts. Otherwise, you're in the middle of doing some capture, you get a low battery and you've got to go fumbling in your bag, opening zips, get your stuff out. Just keep it all out with you, laid out, ready to go, at hand if you need it. Got chaffinches there as well now. Beautiful sound. I'll just run you a little bit of footage that I captured a couple of years ago when the buzzards were here. And they've been here every single year, I think, as far as I can remember watching this nest, about 6 years. Just a little bit of footage of the young, and a bit of footage of the buzzard. Adults feeding the young as well. Today, no guarantees. If this was a month, 6 weeks later, we'd be right on the money, but at the moment, it's still slightly early at the moment. But it's good to do that recce work, especially while the light's better, when there's no leaf on the trees here. I've just got to be quick on the button, because if they come in and land, I want to get them doing some action. Could even land in there and mate. Anything like that could happen, so we'll see. There's 2 wrens here. I think they've made a nest in here somewhere. They were alarm calling a minute ago. I can see one about arm's length from me. And there's one just gone near the end of my lens barrel. Oh, sorry guys. I didn't know you had a home in here. It's alright. I'll be gone soon, you can have it back. Oh, they're so beautiful, close-up wrens. Amazing. I managed to photograph one on the way in, just foraging along the track. Oh, beautiful, but I don't think they're too happy about me being here, but I'm only here for a few hours, so I shouldn't be hindering them too long. But yeah, what a great place for a nest. So guys, as always with this type of photography, it's a bit of a waiting game, and a bit of a needle in that haystack really. It's early in the season, so there's not a lot of action. It's likely they start to sort of sit and lay in April, and it goes on then for a fair few months, and they'd usually fledge in July. Every year so far, so I've known, these guys have only had one young, one chick. They've had 2 eggs, but only one hatched, and they've always hatched successfully and fledged successfully. But that's the standard thing. So obviously now in end of March, so it's not an awful lot going on. If we're in April as well, a lot of the time it will be sitting on the eggs if she's incubating. Male brings in food, but it's not going to be fast action until the young obviously hatch, and then they're feeding frantically then, raising that young buzzard. But there is a chance they could come in nearby branch, bit of mating behaviour. It's nice to be here. Got wrens calling all around, woodpeckers, nuthatches, tree creepers. So yeah, I heard some noise down below too, which could have easily been roe deer. They pretty much spend a lot of time in here because it's pretty much quiet all the time, and now I'm not here, it's even more quieter. So yeah, leaving nature enjoy this little quiet area for them. But back to it, constant watching the nest. Got a nice brew on the go, got a bit of fruit, had a bit of a snack, keep me going, keep morale up, and yeah, fingers crossed if we just get that one visit would be great. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough video, but hopefully at the end of this, I'm going to shoot up the far end and monitor the tawny box. Now I think there's tawny owls breeding in that box. They're not at home in the orchard. They're not in the box that faces out to the field for the barn owl box. So I think they're in the one down by the pond. So I'm going to go and get set up there afterwards. and hope we may get lucky with an emergence of one of the tawnies. We shall have to wait and see. But right, back to it. So we've just had the buzzard mew overhead, and it's just gone off in the distance. Oh, I don't know if you could hear that. That was just the tail end of it going over the back. So it's gone over the top, doing its call just over its territory. Probably gone up into the fields and stuff. I'm really hoping we get something to come in. I've got literally, my field of view here is really limited. I can't see what's going out to the left, and I can't see what's going out to the right. So it's a bit tricky. So a very small field of view here. Probably like 30, 40 degrees, probably 30 degrees maybe. So a bit limiting. But then again, focus on the nest, focus on the perches from the side when I know it lands, and hopefully we'll get lucky. Managed to photograph a few species on the way in, which was quite nice. And I've had a few woodpeckers and a few other bird species in front here as well, so just keeping me busy. And those wrens were amazing that were right here, literally, kind of on a branch just here. Incredible. But yeah, we'll give it a go. I'm not massively hopeful here because it's so early in the season, but I really wanted to see if I could see some behavior. See some mating behavior would be great. Yeah, but I could be here a week and not see much, so it is one of those things. But it's exciting, you know. It's the what ifs, the buts. Never know what could turn up. Sparrowhawks in here as well. Like to see those though, I would have thought. But yeah, time for another sip of my brew. Keep me going. And hopefully when that light fails, I'll head up top and see if we can get a tawny or anything else moving through. So guys, it's a bit thin on the ground, but we've had a visit. One fleeting visit. And that could be it for today. Might not be anything else. I think they come in early in the season like this. I mean, they're probably a week, 2 weeks off when she'd be sitting on the nest, laying. But I think they come in and just check on it. And as I said before, they drop a little bit of a sprig of fern, a bit of pine, anything like that, just to tart the nest up a little bit. When they titivate it, that's what they do generally. It's kind of like this is occupied, kind of warding off others that the nest is taken. So one fleeting a visit, and that's it. So quite thin on the ground, but it's nice because I had woodpeckers, nuthatches, tit family, wrens, a couple of robins as well. So it's been nice to film those whilst it's been quiet. I'm hoping as this light goes, now it's 20 to 5, sunset's about 6:30. I'm hoping maybe we get one visit. Whether they come in here to roost near the nest, who knows, but maybe we'll get them coming in, both of them. It'd be nice to see them side by side, but not managed to get any decent stills really, which is a bit of a shame, but there's still time. I'm going to do another kind of hour here, and then I'll head up to the tawny box, see if we can see any movement with the tawnies, and then we'll call it a day. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's nice just to not concentrate on one subject whilst there's others in the vicinity. But right, last push, hour and a half. So guys, that concludes my session today in the hide. It's been really, really enjoyable. I think it's about 4.5 hours, so a fair whack in there. Not fully packed of buzzard action, but we kind of expected that. It's early in the breeding season, and there's not a lot of going on at the moment. And when she starts to lay, she'll just be sitting there most of the time, and the male will be bringing some food in. But at the moment, I wanted to get a bit of early courtship behaviour. We did have those visits, but they were very, very infrequent, and they didn't stay long. So a bit of a shame. Lots of call, mewing overhead, which is really nice, and lots of other smaller bird species. Plus we had a few deer going through. I could hear them crunching through the forest. But I certainly enjoyed myself. I hope you did too, guys. But for me, I'm going to head up to the tawnies now just to see if I can see any emergence from the box, and hopefully maybe the male calling in one of the fir trees at the back there. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.